If you ever had to camp out, hike deep into the woods, or face an emergency, would the knives in your kitchen drawer really help you? Most likely not. They might be fine for cutting vegetables, but they're not built for tough jobs like chopping wood, making shelter, or handling survival situations. That's where fixed-blade survival knives come in. Strong and reliable, built for the tough jobs. So, in this video, we'll show you 30 of the best fixed-blade survival knives that combine strength, versatility, and tactical reliability. Updated price and purchase links are provided down in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin. If you don't want to spend a ton of money for a knife, then have a look at the Camillus Hawker. It's what we'd call a solid starter survival knife. Nothing too flashy and not going to drain your wallet. Now, the blade here is a drop point made from titanium-bonded 420 stainless steel. And if you're wondering what that actually means, it basically gives you a tougher edge that resists corrosion a lot better than standard stainless. So whether you're slicing through rope, shaving down tinder for a fire, or even just prepping some camp food, the Hawker can handle it. The handle is made from a mix of polypropylene and thermoplastic rubber. Sounds fancy, but you're getting something lightweight, grippy, and built to last through rough outdoor use. You're not going to have it slip out of your hands when things get wet or muddy. As for carrying it, you've got a simple nylon sheath. The overall length comes in at 9 inches, which strikes that sweet spot, big enough to be useful and perfect for hiking, camping, or even just throwing in a go bag. The next one is the Wargoat from Montana Knife Company, which is built with one mission in mind: being your final line of defense when things get serious. It's not designed as a big camp chopper or food prep tool. This one leans hard into tactical use. The blade measures 3.5 inches long and is crafted from premium MagnaCut stainless steel, which is known for combining strength, edge retention, and excellent corrosion resistance. With a full tang running through the handle, you're getting a knife that feels solid and dependable despite its compact profile. At just under 8 inches overall, it's small enough to disappear on your belt or vest without weighing you down. The handle is G10, a material that gives you a firm grip and durability even when wet or in rough conditions. The blade has a Cerakote finish, which not only adds to its toughness, but also cuts down glare, something tactical users will appreciate. For carrying, it comes with a custom Kydex sheath that offers multiple mounting positions and retention adjustments. Altogether, the MKC Wargoat is not a general-purpose outdoor blade. It's a compact, purpose-built survival and American-made defense tool. Plus, it's tough enough to trust when you need it most. Now, this one is created from a real military request: the Apache Dawn. Apache helicopter pilots wanted something bigger and tougher than the standard issue, and Tops Knives answered with this design. This Rockies edition carries that same field-ready spirit, but with some updated touches to make it even more versatile. It measures just about 11 7/8 inches overall, with a 6 3/4 inch blade that gives you serious reach. Weighing in at just under 1 pound, this knife strikes a balance of heft and speed, heavy enough to chop or power through tougher material, but still agile in hand. The harpoon-style tip paired with a thin swedge helps push the blade downward on impact, creating a wider cut and excellent penetration. That versatility is exactly why it works well as both a field knife and a combat knife. Now, the handle uses black G10 with Rocky Mountain tread, plus a pronounced finger guard, so grip is solid even when things get slippery. The knife weighs about 21 ounces with its sheath and is MAL compatible, giving you flexible carry options on tactical gear. Here, the S-Thil Black Warfare from Extrema Ratio is a great example of what happens when you combine modern design with a one-piece monolithic build. This knife is cut from a single 5mm thick slab of Bowler N690 steel, machined to form both the handle and the blade in one continuous piece. The spear point blade measures under 5 inches long and is hardened to 58 HRC for an ideal balance of edge retention and toughness. Plus, a false counter edge runs along the top, adding to penetration power, while a fuller groove helps cut down weight and improve balance. On the surface, it carries a geotech camo burnishing finish that gives it a tactical, non-reflective look. At just 4.3 ounces in weight, it's light enough for how solid it feels. The design is compact, perfectly sized for concealed carry, yet still capable of serious survival or backup use. For carrying, it comes MALA compatible, so you can mount it securely onto tactical gear for military or law enforcement use. Altogether, the S-Thil Black Warfare is a rugged, low-profile knife, making it a professional-grade tool for when space and reliability both matter. The Izula gets its name from the bullet ant of the Amazon, small but packing a punch, and this knife lives up to that reputation. It's the most popular model in the ESEE. Despite its size, it's one of those compact blades that can easily pull off big work when you need it to. Now, the Izula one comes with black G10 full-length handles, a blade length of 2.63 inches, and a blade thickness of about 0.15 inches. And it's made from 1095 high-carbon steel, hardened to 55 to 57 Rockwell, giving you a tough edge with plenty of bite. Now, without the sheath, it weighs just 2 ounces, which makes it an incredibly lightweight option to carry. Then there's the Izula 2, which takes the same winning design but adds about half an inch more handle length for a fuller grip, along with full-sized handle scales. It keeps the same blade length and thickness with the same high-carbon steel. The weight bumps up slightly to 3.2 ounces without the sheath, but it still feels light and quick in hand. Both versions are compact, easy to carry, and highly versatile. Altogether, the Izula proves that small knives can be serious survival tools. When you're out in the woods, what you really want from a knife is dependability, just something that'll cut clean and hold up to rough use. That's exactly what the Pack Mule from Kershaw brings to the table. Built in the USA with Kershaw's long-standing reputation for quality, the blade measures just under 4 inches long and is made from N690 steel, a material known for holding a sharp edge while still being tough enough for outdoor work. It's got a clip point shape, a working finish to handle scratches without showing too much wear, and a thickness of about 0.156 inches or 4 millimeters. Altogether, that gives you a blade that's strong, precise, and ready for everything from processing game to camp chores. The handle is G10, textured just enough to give a secure grip even when your hands are wet or cold. And at only 4.7 ounces, or around 133 grams, it's surprisingly lightweight for the kind of work it can handle. For carrying, it keeps things simple and straightforward. No bulky extras, just a knife designed to be ready when you need it. Overall, the Pack Mule is a dependable all-around outdoor knife, balanced, durable, and backed by a lifetime warranty. When you think of survival knives built for aircrew, the Tops Airwolf is exactly that kind of tool. Purpose-built for emergencies where seconds matter. It's designed to handle critical tasks like cutting through straps, sawing rope, or even building a quick shelter when everything goes wrong. This isn't a showpiece. It's a knife meant to work when lives depend on it. The Airwolf measures 11 inches overall with a blade length of 5.75 inches and a usable cutting edge of 5 inches. At 0.19 inches thick, the blade is forged from 1095 steel. That steel, paired with a tactical gray finish, gives it both durability and corrosion resistance while reducing glare that might compromise an operation. The knife weighs just 11.5 ounces, striking a balance between solid heft and easy carry. For carry, Tops includes a MALA-compatible sheath, letting you secure the knife to tactical gear or a pack for fast access. Altogether, the Airwolf stands out as a survival and rescue knife that combines military-grade toughness with practical features, making it an ideal option for pilots, operators, and anyone who needs reliable performance in extreme conditions. The next one is built for people who want a knife that can take a beating and still perform when precision counts, the Hogue Ex-F01. It's the kind of blade that feels just as comfortable smashing through tough material as it does carving out finer details at camp. That blend of brute strength and surprising control is what makes this knife stand out in the survival category. The blade is 5.5 inches long, crafted from a two-tool steel, a material known for holding up under punishing conditions. Well, it's a drop-point design with a 1/4 inch thickness. The overall length comes in at 10.5 inches, while the weight is 10.4 ounces, giving it a confident but manageable feel in the hand. Hogue pairs the ESEE with a ballistic nylon sheath that's MAL compatible, so it can ride securely on tactical setups without any rattling. The knife also has an impact pommel on the end, which doubles as an emergency glass breaker, a detail that shows its roots in real-world military experience. Altogether, the Hogue Ex-F01 is built like a tank, but handles like a proper survival tool. Some knives are built purely for the field, others for tactical carry, but the Kershaw Atreides strikes a balance with strength, utility, and a design that looks straight out of science fiction. It's bold, functional, and ready to cross over from bushcraft to tactical work without missing a beat. The Atreides comes with a Tanto-style blade measuring 5.7 inches in length and about 0.186 inches thick. It's made from 65 MN steel, finished with a durable black powder coat to guard against corrosion and wear. At 8.1 ounces, or roughly 230 grams, it provides enough heft for serious cutting power without weighing you down. The removable polypropylene handle has a rubber overmold for comfort and grip, while jimping along the spine gives extra control for detail work. For carry, the molded sheath offers solid retention and features a reversible belt loop and strap for both left and right-handed users. It's also Tech-Lock compatible, adding more versatility to how you mount it. So, the Atreides is a tactical meets outdoor knife with a Tanto blade, lightweight balance, and modern styling. When it comes to budget-friendly survival knives with a proven track record, Morakniv has been setting the standard for over 130 years. The Bushcraft model is a prime example of that heritage. Simple, rugged, and designed to be a trustworthy companion in demanding environments. This knife has a blade length of 109 millimeters with a thickness of 3.2 millimeters. It's made from high-carbon steel, which gives it excellent edge sharpness and toughness for outdoor work. The blade is coated with black DLC, which not only protects against corrosion but also reduces reflections, an advantage for hunters or anyone working discreetly. The knife weighs 195 grams, light enough to keep packing easy while still substantial in hand. Plus, the ergonomic polymer handle includes a soft friction grip, a finger guard for safety. It's also fire starter compatible, adding another layer of utility to an already reliable package. All in all, the Morakniv Bushcraft proves that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a serious survival knife. It's affordable yet capable for anyone looking to carry proven Swedish quality into the outdoors. Ever been stuck choosing between a hatchet, a slicer, or a carving knife when heading into the wild? The Tom Brown Tracker saves you from that decision. It's basically all of those tools fused into one beast of a survival knife. Instead of a single cutting edge, the massive 5.7-inch blade carries multiple edges in one. So one knife can cover chopping, slicing, carving, and skinning tasks without switching tools. The steel is 154cm stainless, heat-treated, and cryo-tempered to a Rockwell hardness between 58 and 60. And with a thickness built for abuse, the tracker can take on firewood, vegetation, or bone. At around 18 ounces, the weight gives you impressive chopping power, though it does take practice to master all its functions. The tumble finish protects against corrosion and helps reduce glare, especially if you find yourself in tactical settings. Add in the micarta handle that stays grippy even when wet, plus a rotating Kydex sheath for flexible carry, and you've got a knife built for serious survivalists. 2. Well, not every trip calls for a tank of a blade. Sometimes you want something slimmer, lighter, and faster in hand. That's where the off-grid Backcountry V2 really shines. It feels like a more streamlined survival companion, but is still plenty tough. Built with cryo-treated D2 steel running full tang through the handle, This blade is made to last. Here, the blade measures 4.5 inches long and about 4 millimeters thick, which makes it more versatile for detailed tasks without giving up durability. Its design allows it to cross over between outdoor use and defensive situations, which is rare in this category. The handle is crafted from G10 with added jimping on both the front and back. Whether you are wearing gloves or using bare hands, the grip feels locked in. This knife also comes with a thoughtfully designed sheath system. The Kydex sheath includes the OG Low Pro belt attachment for a low vertical carry on your hip, and it is compatible with Tech-Lock clips. While it may not have the brute chopping force of a larger knife, the V2 earns its place as a tactical outdoor hybrid that performs in many roles. Now, if you're after a handcrafted American vibe with premium steel under the hood, then check out the Reiff F Series. It shows off American knife making at its best, combining premium materials with rugged practicality. At the heart of these knives is CPM3V steel, a tool steel specifically engineered for extreme toughness and edge retention. Unlike traditional carbon steels that can chip or wear quickly, CPM3V is formulated to resist breaking, chipping, and corrosion, which means you'll spend less time sharpening and more time working. There are two flagship models. The F4 Bushcraft knife has an overall length of 9 inches, with a 4-inch blade that is approximately 1 inch wide and about 0.15 inch thick. And here the larger F6 Luku version measures 11.25 inches overall, with a 6-inch blade, 1.47 inches wide, and 0.18 inch thick. Both feature durable G10 handles for a secure grip, and the weight balances well for hard use. So, these knives excel at camp chores like feather stick carving, fire preparation, and field dressing. Then again, maybe you're thinking, forget finesse, just give me raw chopping power. That's the exact energy of the off-grid Caiman XXL, a blade that feels more like a controlled machete than a knife. With an overall length of 12.1 inches and a Bowie-style blade measuring 7 inches long, the Double XL takes cutting power to another level. The design actually stems from their popular folding knives, but after so many requests, they turned it into a full-tang fixed blade. And the blade is made from cryogenically treated D2 steel, known for its balance of hardness and toughness. Slightly textured G10 handles make it comfortable for larger hands, and the ergonomics are carefully shaped for both gloved and bare use. Despite weighing 15.5 ounces, the distribution makes it manageable on the belt. Plus, it carries lower on the hip thanks to the custom Kydex sheath with OG Low Pro belt attachment. This knife is aimed at campers, hunters, and anyone who needs chopping strength closer to a machete but still wants knife control. Not everyone wants oversized steel hanging off their belt, though. For a balance of classic styling and modern function, the BPS Stingray hits a sweet middle ground. This knife is the collaboration between well-known designer Ray Laconico and BPS Knives, bringing together American design insight and Ukrainian craftsmanship. The overall length is 240 millimeters, or about 9.4 inches, and the weight sits at 220 grams, which is just under 8 ounces. It is often named the big knife, and it actually feels substantial in hand while staying manageable for extended use. The blade steel is D2, offering a solid mix of hardness and corrosion resistance for survival needs. And a micarta handle adds comfort and grip, even in wet or cold conditions. The knife also comes with a Cordura Molle sheath, which allows flexible carry options. Instead of forcing a specific style of use, its balance and rugged build make it capable of handling utility, camp, and survival tasks. It may not be as heavy-duty as some oversized choppers, but it makes up for it with efficiency and versatility. If compact toughness is what you're chasing, the Demko Armiger 4-packs battlefield-ready steel into a small frame. Instead of aiming for size or intimidation, it focuses on maximizing performance in a smaller package. At the core, you get a Magna-Cut steel blade, drop point in shape, with a stone-washed finish. Magna-Cut is quickly becoming one of the most respected steels in modern knife making, because it balances hardness, toughness, and corrosion resistance extremely well. This blade runs full tang through the handle, which ensures strength in demanding situations. The handle itself is made from thermoplastic rubber, offering a cushioned, non-slip grip that holds steady in wet or cold environments. The sheath system is also clever. It uses a two-piece injection-molded Kydex design. The outer fiberglass reinforced shell keeps it rigid, while the inner layer is scratch-resistant and easier on the blade. You can even remove the outer shell for cleaning, thanks to a built-in drain hole. Plus, a Velcro strap attachment secures the knife to your belt, and the setup feels straightforward and reliable. While the Armiger 4 does not have the reach of a larger blade, it is purpose-built for people who value compact durability above sheer chopping power. But sometimes compact isn't enough. You want reach, chopping weight, and jungle clearing power. That's where the ESEE Junglas 2 takes over, blurring the line between knife and machete. Measuring 14.5 inches overall and a blade length of just over 8.3 inches, this tool brings reach and power into one package. The weight alone, 19.8 ounces, tells you it is built for chopping. Made from 1095 high-carbon steel, hardened to about 55 to 57 Rockwell, the Junglas 2 delivers the toughness that ESEE knives are known for. A textured powder coat protects the blade from corrosion and reduces glare. The removable micarta handles are grippy, even when wet, and can be replaced or customized if needed. The Junglas line was originally designed for Colombian anti-narcotics forces, who needed a tool tough enough for jungle operations. That heritage shows in its performance. It chops like a machete, but still offers the control of a large knife, making it useful for clearing brush, processing wood, or survival defense. It may feel oversized for casual use, but when serious survival is the goal, this knife gives confidence. Brute size isn't the only way to measure reliability. The Zero Tolerance 6 proves that balance and premium steel can deliver serious toughness without unnecessary bulk. Built from CPM3V steel, this 6-inch fixed blade is designed to take punishment. CPM3V is known for its ability to hold an edge without chipping, making it excellent for heavy field tasks. To add even more resilience, the blade is bead blasted and coated with a layer of clear Cerakote, which protects against corrosion and scratches. Measuring 0.19 inches thick and under 5 millimeters, the blade has enough heft to take on serious work while staying controllable. The OD Green G10 handle is textured for grip, keeping the knife steady even in wet or muddy conditions. At 10.3 ounces, or about 292 grams, it is heavy enough to feel strong, but light enough for long carry. Plus, the Kydex sheath includes a secondary retention strap, multiple mounting slots, and even a drainage hole giving you flexibility. While it may not carry the exotic look of oversized blades, the ZT6 proves itself through durability, balance, and thoughtful design. Still, when survival turns gritty and gear gets caked in mud or worse, you'll want something built to keep performing no matter the mess. The Demko 3V FreeReign was made for exactly that. What makes it stand out is the sheath system. You can completely take it apart for cleaning, and that might sound like a small detail, but in muddy, bloody, or sandy environments, keeping your gear clean can be the difference between staying sharp and failing when you need it most. Then there's the handle, rubberized and injection molded with aggressive texturing. Basically, it locks into your hand whether you're in gloves, soaked in rain, or even dealing with less than ideal situations. The flat grind makes cutting efficient, while the drop point shape gives it real piercing power. People often say it feels balanced enough to become an extension of your arm, which explains why it's used for everything from splitting firewood to backing you up in combat. It's not flashy, it's just brutally reliable, and that's exactly why so many professionals keep it close. When you need a survival knife that doesn't compromise power for portability, the Tops SXS brings Skull Crusher EJ Snyder's battle-tested design straight into a field-ready package. Built on his real-world experience in both combat and wilderness survival, this knife was made to deliver maximum performance in a compact package. The blade measures 5.25 inches with an overall length of a bit over 10 inches. It is crafted from 1095 carbon steel, one of the most proven survival steels, offering a mix of edge retention, toughness, and ease of sharpening. A black traction coating protects it from rust and glare. The handle is linen micarta, known for being grippy, durable, and dependable even when wet. What makes this unique is its philosophy. Instead of being oversized like many survival knives, it compresses all that capability into a manageable form. It is big enough for chopping and slicing tasks, but small enough for everyday field carry. That balance makes it useful not just in wilderness situations, but also in tactical applications where reliability can mean the difference between life and death. When you need one knife that won't quit on you halfway through a shelter or fire build, the Garberg shows up. Crafted in Sweden, earns its reputation. It uses a full tang build, meaning the steel extends through the entire handle, adding extra strength and durability. The blade runs about 4.3 inches long and measures a bit over 3 millimeters thick, more than enough to handle batoning through wood or other demanding chores. You can pick between carbon steel or stainless steel, both coming in at a total length of 9 inches, which keeps it well balanced and easy to manage even if you're working for hours. Another thoughtful detail is the spine, ground to a crisp 90-degree edge, so it throws sparks effectively when used with a ferro rod. That makes it excellent for fire starting and other camp tasks where control is key. The handle is polyamide, which is rugged and dependable, though some users feel it could benefit from more shaping for added comfort during long use. But the balance of strength and practicality is why the Garberg has become a trusted go-to. It combines resilience with precision in a knife you can count on. If your gear ever had betrayed you in a serious moment, the Adamas is built to prevent that panic, and it proves you don't have to sacrifice performance for portability. It's designed with serious professionals in mind. Think military personnel or first responders who need equipment that won't fail when things get intense. The blade itself measures about 4.2 inches and is crafted from premium CPM crewwear steel. That gives you top-tier edge retention and wear resistance, while the skeletonized full-tang design keeps the weight surprisingly low at just over 5 ounces. With an overall length a bit over 9 inches, it offers enough reach without becoming cumbersome. Its drop-point blade has spine serrations, which come in handy for cutting straps or rope, while the flat grind ensures efficient slicing. Reports from the field highlight how this knife can take a beating, from splitting hardwood to even punching through sheet metal, without snapping. Benchmade also adds a practical touch by including 96 inches of paracord to wrap the handle. This helps with grip, especially in wet conditions, and solves the main drawback of bare steel handles feeling slippery. Overall, the fixed Adamas strikes a rare balance of light in the hand, built for abuse, and lives up to the trust people place in Benchmade. A survival knife doesn't always need high-end steel or a premium price tag. It just needs to perform. That's the theory behind the Schrade SCHF36 Frontier, which delivers straightforward functionality without unnecessary features. This full-tang knife comes with a blade, a little over 5 inches long, shaped in a drop-point profile and made from 1095 high-carbon steel. That toughness even won it the 2015 Blade Show People's Choice Award. The overall length is just over 10.5 inches, giving it a good balance between control and capability. A black powder coating reduces shine and adds corrosion resistance, while the spine features a sharp 90-degree grind for use with a ferro rod. The TPE handle includes ring texturing and a contoured shape that sits comfortably and securely in hand, no matter the weather. Another strength is how easily it sharpens in the field, making it forgiving for newer users who may not have professional sharpening gear. For its price, the Frontier shows that clever design can beat out premium materials. You get a knife that feels trustworthy in real outdoor situations without draining your wallet. Sometimes you don't just want a survival knife, you want a piece of gear that feels permanent. The SOG pillar brings that with American-made quality, premium steel, and a micarta handle that only gets better the more you use it. At its core, you'll find a 5-inch clip-point blade made from CPMS 35VN steel, a premium stainless that balances strength and edge performance. It's resilient enough to batten wood or chop aggressively, yet refined enough to slice with precision. The handle is fitted with canvas micarta scales, which not only provide a dependable grip, but also gain character as they wear in, picking up a unique look over time. With its full tang structure and total length just past 9.5 inches, the knife feels strong but also nicely balanced in hand. Plus, it comes with a molded Kydex sheath. And while S35VN takes more patience to sharpen, compared to basic carbon steels, the trade-off is worth it. Its edge life and overall toughness make it feel more like a permanent piece of your gear kit than just another blade. The pillar is the kind of knife you invest in once and plan on keeping around for a long while. So many blades feel cookie-cutter, but the Adventurer CSHF stands out with its handmade charm. From its carbon steel blade to the walnut handle and leather sheath with a built-in ferro rod, it's built to be both practical and personal. Built in Ukraine, this knife features a 5.3-inch drop-point blade forged from 1066 carbon steel. It's hardened to keep an edge yet soft enough to sharpen easily in the field. At 10 inches overall and weighing just under 6 ounces without the sheath, it stays light in hand and comfortable during prolonged use, like carving or whittling. The leather sheath deserves a mention. It includes a built-in slot for the supplied ferro rod, which means fire starting is always within reach. The walnut handle, treated with Danish oil, looks great right away and develops a rich patina as it ages. With a Scandi grind, the blade comes razor sharp out of the box, and the 90-degree spine works reliably with the ferro rod. At under 3 millimeters thick, it offers excellent precision for fine tasks. Well, carbon steel requires extra care to prevent rust, especially in damp or coastal environments. With the sheath, ferro rod, and craftsmanship you're getting, this knife offers serious value. Now, if you want a knife that thrives under heavy, rough job, the Cold Steel Recon Tanto has built its reputation exactly on that. With a blade just shy of 7 inches, forged from SK5 high-carbon steel, this knife is designed for the hard jobs: batoning, chopping, and even prying. It's long been a favorite among military professionals and survivalists for its ability to withstand abuse. The Tanto profile gives it piercing strength, and the thick, flat-ground blade adds to its overall durability. Users report driving it through wood and other tough materials without damaging the edge. The handle, made from Crayex, provides a firm, rubber-like grip, ensuring control even in wet or gloved conditions. Cold Steel's Secure X sheath keeps it locked tight while giving multiple carry options. A black protective coating helps guard against corrosion and keeps glare to a minimum, useful for tactical work. While the Tanto shape isn't the smoothest slicer compared to a drop point, its toughness and ability to pierce make it a strong survival choice. After more than 3 decades on the market, the Recon Tanto proves it was designed to endure where other knives might not. Some designs come back because people miss them, and the Shadow Hunter is exactly that kind of knife. It's now been re-released with some smart improvements. This American-made knife carries a 4.5-inch drop-point blade made from 1095 carbon steel, hardened between 56 and 58 HRC. Measuring just over 9 inches overall and weighing about 10 ounces, it gives you plenty of cutting strength without feeling oversized. The updates really show in the details. The jimping on the spine has been adjusted for better control, and the blade itself is a touch longer than the original version. The tan and black canvas micarta handle scales are thicker, making it more comfortable during extended use, while the tungsten Cerakote finish adds better corrosion resistance compared to the older powder coat. Strong enough for batoning or chopping, but slim enough for controlled carving. It balances both worlds well. Its sheath is a coyote tan Kydex with a rotating steel clip, letting you carry it at different angles or attach it to mala gear. Like all knives in 1095 carbon steel, it does need regular care to avoid rust, but it sharpens easily and can reach a razor edge right in the field. There are times when only a big blade will do, and that's where the MKC chopper steps in. Long, tough, and surprisingly manageable, it's designed for camp jobs that usually demand an axe. The blade feels like it's built for the toughest challenges. Its thin-edge geometry is surprisingly efficient for a knife this size, helping to keep the weight manageable. The blade stretches 9 3/8 inches from handle to tip, and the overall knife length is 15 inches. Sure, that's a big knife, but at just 15 ounces, it's easier to carry and use than you'd expect. The G10 handle is contoured for grip and comfort, with a lanyard hole to add security during heavier swings. It's made from 52-100 ball-bearing carbon steel with a protective PVD coating, giving it the toughness for long-term hard use. Since it's not stainless, regular care with blade wax is recommended, but that's part of owning a tool designed to be used hard and passed down. It also comes with a custom Teton leather sheath, designed for horizontal carry on a belt, whether you're left or right-handed. Overall, the MKC chopper is ideal for chopping wood, building shelters, and all-around camp work. A tough survival knife built to handle big jobs. Big knives usually sacrifice finesse, but the Lion Steel M7 manages to deliver both. With its thick Sleipner blade and finely machined micarta handle, it has the muscle for chopping and the control for detail work. Yes, it's big, heavy, and meant for chopping, but it still delivers the finesse you'd expect from a carefully designed blade. Here, the 7-inch drop point blade is forged from Sleipner steel, known for its durability and edge holding, though it takes a little more effort to resharpen compared to softer steels. At a total length of 12.3 inches and weighing over 14 ounces, it definitely leans toward that small hatchet category. The 5.5mm spine gives it strength, but the flat grind helps it slice and carve effectively. The standout feature is the handle design. Instead of separate scales, the micarta grip is CNC machined from a single block. With its forward-weighted balance, it makes tasks like chopping and batoning more efficient. Designed by Michel Pensato, who has a background in both archaeology and bushcraft, the M7 brings together raw force with Italian craftsmanship, making it one of the rare big knives that doesn't give up precision for power. For a tactical fixed blade that balances strength and usability, the AK-47 from Cold Steel fits right in. Its CPM-3V blade, grippy handle, and secure sheath system make it reliable whether you're in the field or on the job. It features a 5.5-inch blade made from high carbon steel with a stonewash finish, giving it both excellent corrosion resistance and strong edge retention. At a bit over 10 inches overall, it strikes a balance, big enough for serious work, yet still manageable for everyday carry. The blade comes in a plain edge style, sharpened razor smooth from tip to base. The clip point profile, combined with a saber ground edge, makes it effective for piercing and slicing. The G10 handle scales provide a sure grip, while the Secure X sheath keeps it locked down safely. Designed to meet military standards, the sheath ensures the knife stays secure and ready for quick use. All in all, the AK-47 fixed blade is built to withstand harsh field conditions, whether you're in a survival situation, on the job, or tackling tactical tasks. So, that was our list of 30 best fixed blade survival knives you can consider. Thanks for watching. So, which one would you love to pick? Share your thoughts in the comments section, as we'd love to hear from you. And as for everything else, don't forget to like, comment, share, and hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.